Utahns are familiar with wildfires, but this year, thankfully, was a little different.
Yeah, there have been hundreds of wildfires throughout the state, but fewer than previous years, and they have not been as destructive. We can thank the amount of snow and the rain that we've gotten. The fire season started later on in the year, and officials were able to prep areas for possible fires before they actually sparked.
And plans are underway to thin more than 140,000 acres of national forest in Utah, and some of that work is happening right now.
As news specialist Mike Anderson explains, it's part of an effort here to protect parts of the western U.S. against catastrophic wildfires.
Tens of thousands of acres are being thinned out in the Dixie National Forest and up north in the Uinta-Wasatch Cache National Forest. A slower fire season is giving workers a chance to catch up and prepare for the drier years we're sure to see ahead.
Thick brush is being ripped apart to try to protect the forest and, even more important, homes.
The type of fire behavior we'll get in something like this will be a lot more
Kevin Wright, supervisor over the Dixie National Forest, says this area of Pine Valley is being targeted in part to create a better protection for nearby New Harmony, but also because of how much areas like this have become overgrown.
The treatments that we're doing on this landscape, we're trying to mimic what a natural fire would do. You know, it is a form of restoration that we're trying to do.
The U.S. Forest Service believes decades of putting out wildfires as quickly as possible has gotten us to where we are today, with the head of the agency declaring a wildfire crisis.
This doesn't eliminate the risk of fire, but it reduces that risk and changes fire behavior on the landscape, so it provides a lot better opportunity for us and our firefighters to mitigate and put out those fires.
Some environmental groups are pushing back against the policy, though, claiming that in some studies, fires moved more quickly through thinned-out areas like this. Wright says in their experience, however, it gives firefighters and property owners a better chance.
Instead of having like a fire that produces 10 to 20 foot flame lengths, we have fire that produces 3 to 5 foot flame lengths. And it's a lot easier for our firefighters to fight those types of fires.
It's important enough to forest managers that nearly 20,000 acres have been treated in Utah so far, with another 135,000 to be treated within the next 6 to 9 years.
And all of these efforts come as about $500 million is going towards similar efforts across 21 different landscapes in the western U.S. Utah getting about $160 million of that funding, which all comes from the recently passed Bipartisan Infrastructure and Inflation Reduction Acts. Mike Anderson, KSL 5 News.